Now we will see how to create ranking that aggregates data based on geography or based on websites. Going with the arrow in the right side of the dashboard will open a second panel containing analytics on the content. The analytics allow to group social interaction by geography, website, social profiles, and topics. To change the aggregation, the user needs to open the channel setting menu and change the aggregation. So, in order to do so, we enter the panel with the settings of the channel and we can change the aggregation. Here we have a new option which is aggregation, and for example now what we are doing is to aggregate all the social interaction collected by each news published by any of these websites. So for example we are seeing that all the news published in the last 6 hours from the Sydney Morning Herald collected around 11,000 social interaction. And for example, the news published by The Age collected 7,000 social interaction. But we can even change the kind of, aggregation. For example, we can say, let me see how many social interaction collected each news by city. So we see how many social interaction collected articles talking about Sydney, Melbourne, and so on. Or at the same time, we can say, let me see how many social interaction collected news by categories. So how much societies, how much animal, how much labor, and so on. This is useful because other than change the aggregation, we can even use all the filters and parameters that we already have seen before. So basically, we can even say, let me see, uh, how is performing the, for example, let me see, CNBC. Yeah, how is performing the CNBC.com in terms of all the categories? So they are performing better with news talking about society or with crime, animals, and so on. And if I start to monitor this kind of information on my newspaper and or on my competitors, I can see day by day how is this is changing. So, for example, I can see if yesterday was different from the data that I'm seeing today. No, yeah. Okay, here we are. I had a wrong filter, which was Australia, and CNBC is not publishing news in Australia, being an American website. So basically, I can see how the CNBC is performing the last 6 hours against maybe today, which politics is going faster, against yesterday, which crime was going better. You should consider also the time frame because now in US it's just morning, so when we see today, they haven't already collected so many social interaction with their news. And of course, when we see yesterday, we are seeing a full day, so of course it's different. But we can already see that politics this morning, for example, is performing US better than yesterday. But also we can aggregate the data by site. Here, of course, I have a filter only on CNBC, so I see only CNBC. But when I remove this kind of filter, I will see now all the world. So basically, all the websites in the world, and then I can go on countries and, for example, see only the Italian website, or maybe I can see the UK website, or maybe I can see only the Australian website. And also I can use the query. So basically I can for example do this only on AFL to see which are the newspapers that are getting more interaction with article talking about AFL. So if I do this, I see that Fox Sports is performing better than the other.